today I want to show you my prints, and I can bring this one up a bit closer. This is one of the, I don't know, I hope you can see that. Do you recognize it? Does it remind you of something you've seen before? I hope so. Because it's my very own personal take on Bruegel, its very famous winter scene of The Huntsman. I was lucky to be in Vienna a couple of weeks ago, and there's nothing I like better, as I said in my last message, than to dive into a museum. And I went into the Kunsthistorisches Museum in Vienna. I used to live in Vienna about 18 years ago. I lived in Vienna for 8 years and had a wonderful time and really enjoyed it. It's an incredibly beautiful city. And I went into the Kunsthistorisches Museum with my sketchbook, which I always have with me, and my crayons, and my Pentel ink brush pen. And I spent a lovely time sitting in front of the winter scene, sketching it. And then from that sketch, I made the lino print I just showed you. So I am taking a work that is already a famous work of art. It's obviously, I think personally, a very good work of art. When I evaluate art, I always look at Immanuel Kant's criteria for aesthetic judgment, because I think they're the easiest ones to work with. There are lots of others, but they're much more complicated. I don't work purely with Immanuel Kant's criteria, but I use that as a starting ground, because to evaluate a work of art, we have to go beyond the purely subjective. You don't expect a judge, if you're in the docks, to look at you and go, I like the look of that one. He looks nice, doesn't he? Oh, I think I'll let him off. And it's the same with a work of art, really. Yes, you want to look at work that you like, that resonates with you, but then you have to be able to discuss it with other people. And you can't just go, well, I like it. It's a bit weak, isn't it? It helps if you have some criteria to look at it. For example, is it a singular totality? That means, is it a closed world within itself? It doesn't need anything outside of it to work. And Bruegel's winter scene is perfect. We don't need a 10-page essay to read what we can see in that picture. We can feel the cold. We can feel those huntsmen walking down that hill. It still resonates with us so many years later. It was painted in 1565. And yet we can still feel what those people felt. We can even feel what the dogs felt. We can hear the dogs yapping. And that's what makes it great. It's a singular totality, and it has meaning. Because an artwork has to have meaning. And so I took that painting, I sketched it, and then from the sketch I developed the print. And all my prints are made by hand, printed by me here in the studio without a press. That means with the very high-tech soup spoon. And that's again because I believe art is made by people, for people. Think about it. When I paint, I ensoul my work. I bring my spirit into it. It passes through me, through my heart, through my hands, through the paintbrush onto the canvas. And that's what I do because I feel it's important. It's important we value this spiritual feeling again. It's not about religion, it's about spirit, it's about belief. So I hope you enjoyed that. A few thoughts for you there. Do give me some feedback if you have any. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye bye.